friends and visitors. Welcome to Monet Cafe. We're going to have a little fun today. It's actually going to be a bit of an experiment for me. I don't work in oil paints very often. It's not my main medium. And so I thought I would try a little oil painting. I have a set of oil paints that are actually water soluble. I don't really like the chemicals in oil paints. It doesn't bother some people, but I have this neat set that is water mixable, so you don't have to use the chemicals to dilute or to mix your paints. Okay, so that's kind of a neat thing. So those are Winsor Newton Artisan Water Mixable Oil Colors, okay? What I'll be using is I'm going to be just applying it to this teeny weeny little canvas. I actually found this in Joann's Fabrics. They have a little art section with little canvases, and they're great to practice on in case you don't, if you're new at it and you don't want to waste a lot of money on a big canvas. These are just fun little practice things. You can even practice on other surfaces too. And what I'll be using to mix my oils is, this is called Gray Matters paper palette, or palette paper. I think that's what it's called. And it's really just a pad of this gray paper. It's got this little sheen to it, so they will mix well on it. I only cut a part of it off of the palette or the pad because I don't need that much. It's just a teeny painting. And the reason the surface is gray rather than white is you can really see colors better. The value is more correct when you apply it to something gray instead of stark white. So I'll just have this at the base of my little canvas here, and I'll be mixing up my paints. I've got a variety of brushes here. I've just got mostly a little flat tip brush here, another one that's a little bit rounded, and then more of a pointed one here. I like to work, even though this is a little canvas, this may seem like a really big brush for this, but I like to work big to small. It keeps things more loose that way, instead of getting in with this little brush and working little teeny weeny detail, okay? So that's why I do that. So I think these will suffice. And sometimes I will apply with a little palette knife. Like I said, I'm still kind of new at oil, so this will definitely be a fun experiment. But one thing that's very awesome is that most things in art, the big things, apply across all mediums, such as things like composition, value, color mixing, and just general artistic knowledge is the same. The differences with mediums are kind of how you use them. Things like we've talked about with watercolor, you work from light to dark. You want to preserve that light. With other mediums, you can work darker to lighter because you can apply the light colors on afterwards. And that's the case with these oil paints. So anyway, I'm just trying not to make this a video that's too long. I'm going to speed this up, so this will be mostly just you watching me paint, sped up a little bit. And I actually have learned most of what I know as an artist once you get some of the basics by just watching other people work. So enjoy this little demo. It's going to be definitely an experiment for me. So say a prayer for me, because here we go. And I'll share the reference photo as well. It's just a photo of the North Carolina mountains that I cropped in. I just thought it was beautiful and very simple, and this should be fun. All right, let's go and have fun.